Question of federal troops in New York City. The president has sent troops to Portland, Oregon. The president just sent troops to Chicago, Illinois. The president is talking about sending troops to other cities. The president suggested he would send troops to New York City, troops, federal agents, etc. I spoke to the president about it. I don't believe there's any justification to send federal troops or federal agents to New York City, and I told him that. There is no federal property that is endangered that could justify the federal government having to send agents. The constitutional law is clear on this. The nation does not have a federal police force to deploy in their discretion. Policing is left up to the states. The president and I had a good conversation. He said he would not be sending troops into New York City. He did not say period ad infinitum, but he said that we would talk before he did anything. And New York was not included yesterday in the announcement that he was sending troops into Chicago. If the president were to do that, of course, we would sue. I believe it's blatantly unconstitutional. But a lawsuit in this case would also not be highly effective as a short-term measure. There are numerous lawsuits. Portland, Oregon has sued the federal government. Mayors have sued the federal government. The lawsuits take time. And for that lawsuit to work its way through the courts, you'd be talking about a significant amount of time. I think if they sent in federal agents, I think it would be inflammatory. I think it would be pouring gasoline on a fire. And that's the last thing we need in New York City. So the president said he heard me. He said he wouldn't do it. He said that we would talk if anything changed. It was a good conversation, and I'm going to hold the president to his word, and I have no reason to believe anything other than that. And the president said if there was a change, we would have a conversation first. But I'll stay on top of this and monitor it, and we'll see where we go from here. But so far, the president has not said anything different than we had on the conversation. In the meantime, New York City must focus on quality of life and essential services. The rationale used in Chicago was crime. We have had crime increase in New York City. We have to get on that. The homelessness, the graffiti,